Right? Exactly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, wow. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. Just, it has been some challenging energy recently, don't you think?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Ever since the eclipse, I think, right? What
Yes.
do you think?
I think that the eclipse opened, there was two eclipses. Okay.
Mhm,
And so one
mhm,
was solar, one was lunar. And I think that what happened was, is that the yin yang, do you get it?
mhm.
Opened fully on the full moon, like at the full moon on the 5th, right? And so what that does is that brings in all this powerful energy and it feels like a big surge, okay? And in that surge, hi, Kylie,
Hi,
okay?
Kelly.
Anyway, in that surge, right? The energy's coming like this, and it might feel to everybody as though they're being funneled into a particular outcome, but these outcomes are the ones that you've asked for. And the energy is so fast, it's answering like this. And
Mm.
so we're not used to that because last year it felt like we had to claw our way everywhere. And this time it's just like, have whatever you want. Here we go.
Chop, chop.
And nobody knows how to react to that. Nobody
Mhm,
knows how to react
mhm.
to that. And then shadow comes up, right? Because we don't feel deserving.
Mm.
Okay. And then we start to be resistant to receiving. And then we don't want to do that because it's putting other people out and things like that. And it's all because we think we have to earn what we receive. And it's just a story. That's just a
Exactly.
story. Yeah.
Same rabbit hole.
I'm telling you, right?
And we are just stepping out of Mercury retrograde, right?
Right. And coming direct. Now, that energy is something. This last Mercury retrograde was about learning how to communicate with yourself and others, learning that your communications of others to yourself is actually communication to yourself of yourself,
That makes
right?
sense.
Yeah. And a lot of times we're not listening in that way. We're listening to be, we don't even know why we talk shit about other people when it comes down to it. We're angry and we're angry at ourselves for the situation. And then we talk shit about the people. When we talk shit about the people, we lose our truth. That frustrates us. Then we go ahead and go on the blame game. And it's everybody
Exactly.
else's fault and blah, blah, blah. Right. But that was this last retrograde. This last retrograde was, do you know your truth? What is your truth? Be in your truth, right? Good morning, Ezra.
Good
Yay! Here we
morning.
go. All right. Ezra. I love you. So oh man. So today the energy, I haven't even had a chance since the eclipse energies. Oh, Namesh. Hi, Namesh. Hello from England. Yes. Okay. So I haven't even looked at the ephemeris in the last, I want to say 10 days because it was such strong energy. And it was just about just be and you'll make it through. Right. And so I think that maybe what we'll do for the thread first, okay, is we'll do a clearing. Does that feel good, Solange, that we'll do a clearing?
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, let's
Right.
do it. Hmm.
Okay. And then we'll just go right into it. We'll go in order. All right. And then depending on what the theme is today, like how many people ask different questions and everything, we do have a buy me a coffee sort of app that you guys can, send us some money for being of service to you. We're not doing somebody who sends it to us more than anybody else, but we are going to give you the opportunity to ask a specific question. Okay. And we're going to do all the coffees at the end. All right. And we're going to start doing them at about a quarter till. So right now we'll just do the rest. Okay. And we'll see if we can get to you. And if we can't get to you and you really, really, really want a cheap reading, then you go ahead and you send us a cup of coffee. It's not bad. Keep in mind, it's not bad because really all we're doing is reflecting back to you what you already know. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of possibility, energy in your field. And so what I do is I kind of look at it, I sort it a little bit for you, and then I give you what I got. And that's it. You ready?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. So hopefully hopefully if you're driving, you're not going to close your eyes. Okay. If you're driving, it'd be best to like pull over if you're going to, anyway, I'm going to do a clearing. And in this clearing, it's easier if you close your eyes. Okay. So just close your eyes. All right. Focus on your heart chakra. Bring in all your awareness to your heart chakra. There, see? Ease, comfort, just go into your heart chakra. This brings your energy back into awareness of your physical self, all right? You're not necessarily going into all the emotion of the traffic that you've created, all right? You're just going in, you're bringing your awareness in there, and it starts to push all the traffic out. It just keeps pushing the traffic out, pushing the traffic out. There, until all the traffic is outside you like a donut, okay? And then we're just going to push that donut out further so you have 7 foot of personal energetic space. Perfect. You guys can start breathing. There you go. All right. And then we're going to slow the donut down because that's just your field of possibility. There you go. Now, everybody take a deep breath in and release it through your mouth. Like you're letting go of everything. All right. And that'll probably be best. Now you can open your eyes. What we did was we created a center meditation in just a moment where you recentered yourself, reset yourself to where you're not as involved or attached in any of the rabbit holes you've chosen to participate in. And that's what you do. You give yourself that benefit of reset so that you have logical and emotionally structured experiences. Oh, check that out. Okay, everybody's back now. You ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Top to bottom. I'm ready.
Okay, so we start with Kylie.
Kylie? Okay, Kylie. Kylie. All right. Whew. You've been going through a rough time, but the rough time is coming to an end. You've actually moved into solution. You've been taking necessary steps for yourself to be able to move forward. And I want you to know that you're on the brink of prosperity, the prosperity that you've desired. The idea is that you don't have to earn it to receive it. And that's your hiccup right there. You need to be willing to receive it. That's it. So you got to get in alignment with being deserving and feeling enough. Many blessings. Your card was prosperity begins. You're planting trees and seeds. You're doing the right thing. Good job. Okay, next.
Okay, Ezra Cambe.
Ezra. Ooh. Wow, Ezra. Okay. And then that last reading came. That's funny. Okay, let's see. I want to see what that means. Okay, show me what that means. Okay. So you've been overtaxing yourself a lot in thought, and the idea is to understand that meditation is key. So you're going to have to drop into your heart chakra a little bit more often. Some of the things that you've been thinking are more mental than feeling. And the idea is if you want a well-balanced thought process, you need to have both in connection. So if you're thinking about something and you're trying to make a decision, you should check to see how you feel about that decision. That'll give you a better understanding of what the experience is that you're calling in or you're intentioning or getting willing to walk to. Okay. Many blessings. So the idea is for you to rest and rejuvenate. Okay. So relax a little bit. All right. And this is like the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is all about meditation, getting back into self. All right. And so that's what it is. So you just need a little bit of centering, but you'll be fine. Many blessings. Next.
Okay, so we have Nimesh next.
Oh, Nimesh. Hi, Nimesh. Gosh, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Let's see. Ooh. Feels very successful. Good. Congratulations. That feels very successful wherever you're at. It feels insightful, and you have gained a great deal of understanding. You stepped away and came back. There's different things that you've been through. That's kind of cool. It's good that you have explored outside of where it is that you want to be, because that was necessary for you for your growth. A lot of things you need to be an expression of, right? And you don't share your heart with another person, and you don't share your thoughts if they're condemning or condoning that. And so your intimacy, all right, your spiritual conversational intimacy with others needs to deepen, and you need to start trusting yourself and make yourself feel safe. Okay, make yourself feel safe. And that's like what you're learning. You're learning how to parent yourself. It's difficult because like we think that we're taught how to parent ourselves, but we're not. We're taught behaviors that are desirable in whatever situation is occurring. Okay, that's what we're taught. We're taught how to behave, not how to think, not how to feel. We're taught how to behave, okay, in acceptable terms for whatever our parents or whoever's watching us as we're growing up. Okay, and they're only giving us what they got. All right, anyway, it's time for you to stop suffering in silence. All right, but it's a head game for you. And until you drop down into your body and you really start to check out your emotions, because like right now that's really big for you, until you really start to sit in the charge of them, like you sit in whatever it is that you're feeling and you investigate it. You got to give yourself that much love. Okay, if you can't give yourself that much love, then what's happening is that you're diminishing yourself, your value goes down, you have an inability to receive, and you start to suffer again. You don't have to suffer in silence, okay? And that's all I'm saying. So here's your card, suffering in silence. Looking out over a desert. Isn't that interesting? There's no hope. There is hope. You're just so far down in the damn rabbit hole. Get out. Right? Do that centering thing. Allow yourself to know that there's other possibilities. Open up. Okay, next.
Okay.
Blessings.
So let's go with Angelica.
Ooh. Hi, Angelica. How are you? All right, let's see. Ooh. This is good. This is good. You're learning to receive. You're learning to receive, and it's awkward, but that's fine. You're learning to receive. The idea is that you're also divorcing yourself from the idea that you must earn it to receive it. We behave certain ways because we're taught that. And then we behave those ways. Maybe they're unacceptable to the individual that we're with, right? But the thing is that it really comes down to our level of comfort and what we want in the situation, because we're always going to adjust it. We're always going to adjust it so that we can participate the way that we want to, whether it's our rabbit hole and experience or we're being drawn into somebody else's. All right. Well, good news for you. Good job. You're staying in your own lane. You're creating sovereignty. You're learning who you are. That is like, that right there is huge, huge. I do see like you're going through like a lot of shadow, a shit ton of shadow. And you're just seeing where the behavior was developed and how you can unwind it. And that's really beneficial to you, super beneficial to you. So good job. And this is your card, recognition and reward. 3 of Wands. This could also mean that you're going to travel, but I don't feel travel so much. I know that you will travel soon. All right. There you go. Anyway, it's recognition and reward. So that's on the table for you. Good job. You're doing great. Many blessings. Next.
Okay. So we have Allison here.
Hi, Allison. Oh, yep. You're in the middle of a spiritual lesson. Surprise. No. You've probably been feeling it. It's like you're learning what polarity is. Okay. And so polarity are your extremes. Okay. And the idea is to find balance in them. And that's what you're learning. You're learning how to be patient, kind of wait it out, learning when you want to introduce conversation to certain subjects. You're also learning patience, but it isn't temperance patience. It's spiritual patience. And you're learning that maybe not everybody is at the same space that you're at. And in that, you're becoming a little bit more forgiving and accepting. And that's all that spiritual lessoning that you're going through. The idea is the sooner that you apply it, the easier the lesson becomes and the lesson goes away. All right. So you're looking for balance between the columns, right? A lot of justice, right? A lot of justice. This isn't the Hanged Man. This is more the Justice card, okay? So you're looking for balance. So that could be Libra energy, all right? And then Libra's planet, okay, is Venus. So you're also being asked to get back into earth, get back in your body. There's like a lot of that in that balance, okay? But looking toward something greater than you to ask, right? To allow, right? To be of service with you, right? Because you work side by side with a lot of different gods and goddesses, and it would be easy for you to just step into that role and have conversations. You have them in your meditation, and so that would be beneficial for you. Okay, so this is the grown-up version of the, I want to say, the magician, all right? But there you are. You're learning how to balance all your tools with who you are and what you do. Many blessings. Okay, ready?
Okay. Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Ooh. All right. Ooh. All right. Gosh, Jennifer. So I'm sitting here and you might have looked at me and it might have seemed as though I was just looking around. Like I was just looking around, gazing, right? And I'm going, why am I in my third eye? Why am I in my third eye? Right? Why? And guess what? It's not me, it's you. So that is what you're working on right now. You're working on your sixth sense and how you want to allow it to come through and apply it. All right. So you're finding balance in all of that, the third eye chakra. Okay. So the color would be indigo. So there's different things that you can do to open it. Okay. I just need clarification because I can get the card because you're already open and you're aware. It feels as though you're coming into awareness. So I just, if I get a little clarification on that, I can be more specific. If not, no big deal. So I'll just start. Okay. All right. So in this awareness, right, you're getting your sight. Feels as though something prompted it. So in that prompt, you're still trying to figure out like how it's happening. There is this, like you have a lot of spiritual visitation or a lot of energetic visitation, and it's kind of up to you how you want to manage that. Did we get an answer from Jennifer yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll pull a second card and I'll go forward. Okay, so third eye. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's about truth. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we are. So you're in a spiritual lesson. Yes. Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. As soon as I pulled the card, I was like, oh, I know where she's at now. Okay, so you're in a spiritual lesson. This particular deck, this is the Psychic Tarot, okay? And so they have like extra cards, but this particular card, when it comes up, this one is called Sacrifice. Sacrifice is a 12, but Sacrifice is a Hanged Man in other decks, okay? So what you're in is your spiritual process. And as your third eye starts to come open and you're starting to make sense out of it, you personally are creating your own dictionary and meaning. Nobody else can do that for you. No one, not one person. You can't create my dictionary so that I understand the energy that I'm reading. Get it? And it's whatever you decide it is, because that energy signature is what will show up when you designate it. So if you say, hey, this is exceptional energy that I'm experiencing in this beautiful adventure, that's great. If you feel like you're closed in, because you feel closed in a little bit, like sometimes you'll have sensation on your face, all right? And the sensation feels as though it comes from within and out, but it's actually your energy all around you that is I want to say it's surging. Okay. And it's trying to communicate with you. So some fundamental rules for you, all right? I don't know if you know all of them or anything. I don't know how much repetition there's going to be, but I hope this is really helpful for you, okay? First, everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. You get to designate what the energy means to you and how you wish to interact with it, all right? You can call it a demon. You can call it a boogaboo, but if it doesn't feel right, you wrap it in gold and cast it up to the God of your understanding. Does that feel better? Okay. Next, what we're going to do is there's realm beings, anything that anybody has ever thought of that they believe in exists. Keep that in mind. So that means it's all correct. Everything is right. 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 Okay. Sit with that concept. It's a concept. Okay. It's an opinion. It's how I practice my spirituality. It allows me to be more incorporative. It allows me to be more accepting of other people's practices. See how that's coming in for you? All right. And that's because you're not sure if other people's practices are beneficial to you. So what you do is you go ahead and you allow yourself to experience them in different ways where you feel safe. You got to make yourself feel safe. All right. And then what you do is you decide which ones apply to your life, because we don't use all of the practices or all of the knowledge we are ever given. We apply the concepts on a regular basis. So we're taught conceptual living. Okay. Boo. So in that aspect, right? The idea is to find your balance. Okay. Now, you may feel as though you're suffering in silence because you can't really express these things that you're experiencing. But here's some good things, okay? So the science is, since everything is energy, okay, this is a quantum physics aspect, and this is all provable. We're all vibrational offerings. So we're all frequency, and then we're photon energy, light. So we're frequency and light. Our body is an agreement of an accumulation of atoms that we have pulled together to be ourself. And the further anchored we get into our experience, the deeper we become who we are in this reality. Okay. Now we have a vibrational offering. Okay. That's like maybe, I don't know, 400, 500, 600 cycles per second. That's a human being. Okay. Regular, whatever. Okay. And then your vibration goes up and down. If you're excited, it goes up, it gets a little bit faster, it gets lighter and everything because it's something new and you're excited. Woo! If it's something that you really don't want to do, it goes down and low and really slow. And it's like, I don't want to really do that. But you see, resistance, acceptance. You're just moving the energy barometer to where you want it to be. Okay. Next, because it's energy and you're seeing it, you're the one that's interpreting it. And so this is really valuable to you. Okay. One of the things that you want to do is understand that the truth that you see, okay, may not be the truth that the individual is able to tell. That's a big one. Okay. So you move into radical acceptance and you say to yourself, oh, okay, I see that this is your truth right now. And I don't have to be in judgment. I can just hold space for you. I know that what I see, this is my truth. So you reconcile yourself, reconcile. All right. You don't compromise. You reconcile yourself to two different experiences because that's what it is. Two different experiences. You have the person who wants to speak it this way. You have the other person who wants to hear it this way. Two different experiences. All right, that are getting ready to pop off in one conversation. Okay, and it's all energy. So just relax more. There you go. Now you can feel your energy coming back from everything you're looking at. See the difference? And it's all coming back into your psyche, into your own. And what happens when we look into something, we're sending our energy feelers out there. All right. And then they're like sticky. Okay. And they're picking up all these energetic vibrations and they're coming back and they're saying, and we're saying, that's good. because it's so much information. So you get to go ahead and decide how it looks. You don't necessarily need a medium to tool it or anything like that. But what you're going through right now is an awakening, and the awakening is a deepening of what you already know to be true of yourself, but many blessings. All right. And so you're in that spiritual lesson of balance and just, you'll be fine. Okay. Isn't that a beautiful card? This one's called Sacrifice, but at the end of the sacrifice that you're in right now, you will find the rainbow of your choosing. All right. And this all has to do with your worldview, how you view your experience. It's how you describe it to yourself. Many blessings. Next.
Okay. We have Carlos next.
Carmen?
Carlos.
Carlos. Oh, okay. Ooh. Carlos. Oh. I sense a little heartache. I don't know how to explain that. I sense a little heartache. I don't know what that is. It feels like a love loss, some kind of love loss. All right. You're very welcome, Jennifer. Yeah, it feels like a love loss. All right. I don't know if it's loss of self or if it's loss of relationship. It feels like it might be transformative energy that I'm experiencing with you right now. I'm going to pull a card, but I want to investigate the energy a little bit further. So Carlos, what I'm seeing is that it's creation energy. Okay, this is great. Okay, so it's creation energy. It's you creating something. Okay, now we're good. Let's see. Oh, okay. So here's what the universe wants you to understand in this new venture of yours, whatever the new venture is. Okay. It might be a new practice in how you behave with yourself or how you talk to yourself. It might be very simplistic. It might be like, oh, instead of hanging the toilet paper to where it rolls like this, it now rolls like this. I'm just using something to satisfy the analogy. Okay. So the idea is to start really small to see what small incremental changes you make that match your alignment along the way. And then you'll be building the firm foundation that you're really looking for, because you're really getting into, I don't know if it's a project, but there is this beautiful energy of happily ever after, things that are possibly going to work out. The idea is to allow you to understand that you need to not collapse yourself into a relationship, even if it's with yourself, right? You can collapse yourself into the relationship thinking that, and that gets narcissistic if it's self, right? But if you're collapsing yourself into a relationship with another individual, you're losing yourself, okay? So that's the polarity of self. So you have the one where you try to be the people pleaser, and you have the one where you're the demander. And when you get closer to the center of the pole, right, that's when you find your balance. That's where you're going to find how you build your firm freedom. Okay. All right. So your card, and it's situational. Whatever you're in right now is situational. Okay. And so here's what I got for you. You're building firm foundations. You're also building, it feels like it's as above, so below. Okay. Energy. All right. And the red in the back right there, I don't know if you could see it, but the red in the back right there, I'm trying to get the glare off. Whatever. The red in the back, at the very center of the back, in the back. So if you look at the card, it's divine masculine, right? It has the mountain in front of him. All right. He's looking to either side to see if he has built the foundation necessary to move forward. But that's what the arrow is saying. Go. So you're good to go. Next.
Okay. So we have Veronica next.
Veronica, and then we'll do David, and then we'll be done.
Perfect.
Okay. Ooh. You felt me step into your vibration. That was funny. You were like, oh. Okay, here we go. Woo. Okay. Right now you're in a very nurturing space, which is very good. You're also in a spiritual lesson. The spiritual lesson is divine feminine. And so you're looking to see how you can be more alluring, more welcoming, more accepting of you, right? Because you're coming into this beautiful space of learning how to really hold yourself in a harvesting energy and in a powerful divine feminine energy, and you're at the building block stage of it, and it has a lot to do with your willingness to understand that you don't have to earn to receive. That's a big one for you. You don't have to earn to receive. We were all raised that way. That are anybody, well, not all of us, but like a lot of us were raised that way, to where it was like we were told that like this is what you have to do in order for that to like work, right? And that isn't necessarily the case. That was a story and a behavior that was handed down to us, and we don't necessarily have to practice that any longer. We get choice. We're filled with choice. And so that might be something that you want to go, that you want to investigate. Okay. I'm going to have another one, I think. That's my reminder. Okay. Anyway, so the card that I pulled for you is the spiritual lesson. The spiritual lesson is divine feminine. In that divine feminine, I would encourage you to become more accepting of who you are. All right. Mentally, emotionally, physically, which means that you need to get to know yourself. You need to find out who Veronica is. You need to ask, say, what do I really like? What would I really like to share? What am I bringing to the table for a relationship? A relationship feels like it's getting closer. Woohoo! Feels like it's getting really close. And that's like, it feels like you're just preparing. Everything's preparing. Everything's going to be okay. And it's like, woo, yay, good. Anyway, here's your card. Your card is fertility. So that's going to be the Empress. This is Empress energy that you're working in. And you can see that she has the peacock behind her, the peacock feathers, right? Okay. Isn't that beautiful? So you carry divine feminine and divine masculine energy with you. And you're going through a place where you get to go ahead and take better care of you and hold yourself in a really sacred, sovereign energy. And prepare yourself for what's to come. This is beautiful. Many blessings. Next.
Okay. Let's go with David. He would be the last one, right?
Correct. Okay, David, let's see. Ooh. Very contemplative energy. So you're very thoughtful. As I come into your vibration, I want to be of really good value. So you're feeling me. It's okay if you feel you're feeling me. So part of what I'm sensing is that there is, I'll call it trepidation, and it might be fear, but there's this in your vibrational makeup. And so what I want to do is I want to invite the fear to step outside of the vehicle. There. And then relax into it. There you go. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. So we're with David. Okay, David. Center yourself in your heart chakra. Anytime you feel off balance, you just bring it into your heart chakra. Bring your awareness into your heart chakra. You just keep doing that. And then what happens is it pushes everything else out, and it allows the love that you are, the compassion, the kindness to rule the day inside your body. And that's a little bit easier. And then it's easier to be in your body. And that's what you need to practice. You need to practice grounding and acceptance of self. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it's okay, because you may be getting a different story, a different narrative from other people, but they don't matter. That's their experience. If somebody's trying to control you and tell you that you have to behave a certain way so that they're comfortable, that's their experience, and they are having triggers, and they need to look at those triggers. It's not your job, though, to tell them that that's what they need to do. It's your job to hold space for them and recognize when those triggers are mirrored back to you, so that you can reflect and look to see what behaviors you would like to release, and then install different behaviors. So that way you have a better, more sovereign sense of self. It's not that you're all over the place. It's that you had so much in your energetic field that you weren't sure what was possibility and what was, I don't know, there was a lot of chaos around you. Okay. All right. And it might be, it feels like it's business. Okay. And the business might be other people. Okay. So it may not be you directly, but you're being directly affected by all this energy that's like around you. And so to create sovereignty, what you do is you focus on your heart chakra and you bring your energy awareness there and you start to feel the things that you are, like who you would like to be to yourself, which would be love, I would think, right? Happiness, joy, appreciation. And see, each time you say one of these words, you start to feel them into your body. All right. And that's what you're doing. You're impacting your body with memory codes of those words, and you're using your cells to store it. Okay. So when you say things like, I love my life, I'm grateful for my life, I'm in grace, then you center yourself in your own universe, and the rest of the universe is around you. You begin to understand that you are part of a greater whole. And in that greater whole, you can find your balance and understanding, right? Because you slowed things down. You said, hey, hold on. Life doesn't have to be a merry-go-round. Okay. And that's where you're at right now. See? And it's just focus. So the applications that come through on this thread are incredible. If you go back and you look at a lot of them, you'll be able to develop tools that will help you. But I know that that's probably more of what you need. Okay. All right. Ding, ding, ding. And you get the wish card. Okay. It's interesting because we just shifted all of your energy. You're in a different space. And now you get the wish card. What would you like, Carlos? What would you like to have as your next experience? And that is the contemplative question you ask yourself. And when you have an I don't know come up, it means that you're not sure of what you're experiencing and you don't know if it can change. But what that means, what you do is you go into the experience you're in and you say, can I be satisfied? Can I be satisfied in this experience? Can I be satisfied in this experience? Okay. And if there's like too much to do, then you write down little notes to yourself. And these are your little breadcrumbs to come to the conclusion of the rabbit hole you pulled yourself into. And then you find your center and then you decide again. See how all that energy is around you? Because that's what it is. It's energy. And that's just possibility. That's what that feels like. You don't have to have all of it at once. It's like eating all the food you'll ever eat in your life all at one sitting. You're not going to do that. Okay. So when it gets tight, like it's getting right now, because you start to bring in that anxiousness there. Okay. Right. Let go again. And you push your energetic field out a little bit so that you can have that beautiful space that you're desiring. Okay. All right. And then here is your card, Material Harvest. So what I would suggest for you, this is like the best card ever for situation. Okay. Best card ever for situation. This is Material Harvest. This right here is going to be the 9. It's actually the 9 of Wands. This is the 9 of Wands. So you're almost at the end of where you've been working. And in that, you'll be able to realize, so realize means render. Okay. You'll be able to realize what your result orientation was. And that'll be a little bit easier for you. Many blessings. Okay. All right. And so what kind glorious words do you have for us today, Solange, with all of that coming through?
What can I say? Like, I feel really complete, but one message that I would like to share with everybody is to start listening more to ourselves. This came through yesterday when I was doing a meditation because I was having a really shitty day.
Oh, okay.
And after doing that meditation, I was like, I'm still feeling like shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I I was feeling better
Sorry.
because oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
um yeah, I started to feel better at the end of the day, because I was feeling so much anxiety and everything, because I was like planning to do some stuff and I couldn't because Bruno was at home and lots of things happened. But I
Right.
was like, I felt like really, really bad the whole day. But then after doing that meditation, I was like trying to listen to myself and allow myself to feel whatever I was feeling. So even I went to the park with Bruno, and I was like, I don't want to be here, and I
Okay.
allowed myself to feel that way. So
Yeah.
um, I feel like that's the message, allowing ourselves to feel whatever we are feeling, because if we are trying to resist it, like it's even worse. So and
Yes.
then I,
Yes.
I I went to sleep, and that's it. The day ended, and I'm here today. Nothing happened, so because I felt like I could felt all those feelings and allow myself to feel it that way. So I think that's my message for today.
Oh, I like that. That for me is like, so I like to encourage people to get into their bodies for their feeling, because like we need to connect that way so that we have better processing and better experiential adventures. But yes, that's the best. That is the best advice
Mhm.
right there, is get into your body and feel your shit.
Exactly, and be with your shit as much as you can,
That's right. That's right.
because
Because then
that's
the
the only
shit
way.
doesn't have so big of a charge. It's a
Exactly.
smaller charge, right?
Uh-huh. Yes,
Yeah.
and as much
I
as
don't
you
like
as you
being there any more than anybody else does. That is not like my giddy up. That isn't like, I don't think to myself, let's do a lot of shadow work. That sounds like fun. No, fuck no. I avoid it like the plague.
Yes, 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 and we all tend to avoid it because it's so uncomfortable being there. But it's fine. It's part of the life, and it's normal to feel that way
Right?
as well. So I
Yeah.
think that's the huge message for today. And stay with your
Nice. Very
shit as
nice.
much as you can, and that shit will go away sooner or later.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you very much for another successful day. I love you so much, Solange. I love all of
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you guys for joining. That was really beautiful.
Thank you. See you
All right.
soon. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.